everyone, welcome back to our channel Trailhead Ranger NJ, and we are following the series that is Trail Mix for covering the Unlock Your Data with Data Cloud. And in our last video we have covered this module, that is Data Spaces in Data Cloud quick look, and today we will be covering this module, that is Data Cloud Basics for Marketers. So in this we will be talking about how Data Cloud can be used for the marketers or with the including with the Marketing Cloud. So let's get started with this. In this we are having our first module as Meet Data Cloud. So what exactly is the Data Cloud? So suppose if we talk about as this module particularly specific to the marketer. So let's talk about marketers mission, that they want to create a highly personalized customer experience which can build loyalty and establish the trust among its brand and their customers. So how can they accomplish this mission? So to accomplish this mission they have to include several product and possible solutions such as customer data platforms, Salesforce data cloud, and the customer 360 data model. So we'll be talking about all these three, that what exactly is the difference between these three, that is customer data platform, data cloud, and the customer 360 data model. So let's first talk about what is the customer data platform. So customer data platform is also referred as CDP, which is nothing but a place where a company collects and store the data about its customer. So it's just a very basic level or a level first of data cloud. We can say that this is just a place where the company collects and stores the information about their customer, and the data collection can only take companies so far in this quest to deliver the connected experience in the data cloud. So but if we talk about the data cloud is far more efficient and having more features, including the what CDP offer to us, that is CDP offers us to have a place where it can store the data related to its customer, but data cloud is more than that. So in the data cloud we can collect the data from various resources at one place and then utilize that data as well. But if we talk about CDP, it only stores the data related to its customer and we cannot even utilize it in our different business requirement. So if we take the example of this trailhead which they are providing us, that is of NTO, which is nothing but a retailer, that is Northern Trail Outfitter. So they are having multiple employees with them. So one is using Marketing Cloud engagement to collect the data, another one is you having Service Cloud which can track the customer support history, then the sales manager is using Sales Cloud to track the attendance at customer events. Then we are having web analytics and e-commerce team which is using their e-commerce site and the Adobe Analytics to monitor the customer activity and their purchases. So similarly everybody have their own different channels, or I would say different clouds they are working on for their different requirements. But then if we want to have all this data at one place and then utilize it in more efficient manner, how we can do that? Then the data cloud comes into the picture. So using data cloud we can achieve this. So in the data cloud we can identify our customers across the multiple data sources. So in this case our multiple data sources would be Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, e-commerce cloud. So we can connect all these together at one place and have the data there. So to transform this digital experience, we will create a 360-degree view of a customer, and for that we'll be needing a unified profile. A unified profile means customer should be having a profile which will basically linked, or which will give that user access to get their data or to see the data from all these sources. So now with data cloud what we'll be able to do, we'll be able to create the unified customer profiles across all the touch points by connecting identities, engagement data, customer orders, loyalty, and even marketing journeys. We'll be able to build smarter audience segments using insights and filtering capabilities. We'll be able to send advertising segments to key ad tech partners. We'll be able to activate data to use across our organization, and even capture and unify the data from anywhere with a high scale data ingestion service. And we'll be able to use data to ground AI efforts by using agentforce, and then analyze the data using tools like Tableau or the marketing cloud intelligence. I know some terms might be very unique or very different for you. You might not be able to understand it altogether. We'll be covering few of the terms in upcoming unit. Let's come to the quiz. Our first question is, which Salesforce product is a customer data platform designed for marketers? So first option is Data Cloud. Second option would be Customer 360 Data Model. Third option is Commerce Cloud, and the last is Journey Builder. So our first option should be the correct answer. Second question is, what is the key benefit of Data Cloud? First option is adding more sources of data. Second would be automatic marketing. Third would be unification of data into a single profile, and the last option would be completing missions. So C option should be the correct one. Let's check. Let's move on to the next unit, that is get to know the customer 360 data model. So what exactly is customer 360 data model? We have briefly discussed what is CDP and what is data cloud. Now we will be talking about customer 360 data model. So customer 360 data model is a data model which helps data cloud to manage and organize large amount of data. So it is basically a support system which is helping data cloud in that. So if you think deeply, data cloud should be having a basic data model inside them, so that it can support structured data or how to standardize that data. So for that purpose we have customer 360 data model. So it helps us to standardize the data and even connect the data sources with the different data structures and formats. So it helps to connect with the other sources using the APIs, and we can connect and have our mappings as well, so that the data can be linked and all together. So now if we talk about what is data model, so to have a connected experience, every company or every data source is having a separate data model they are using. It can be having a structured data, unstructured data, or maybe non-standardized manner they are having the data. So that data model define that how they are having the data in them, or how they are unifying it, or how they are processing the data across multiple channels. Then if we talk about database structure, so the terms which I was using, the structured, unstructured data. So that is the database structure, that how is the data organized in a data model. So it can be in a very messy way, or it can be in a very raw form, that is in unlimited decimals or lengths. So to have so data can also be even structured or unstructured manner. Structured means maybe in form of table or something like that, or unstructured means maybe in form of image or video. So even for that purpose, if we are having these kind of data, so it defines that how we can store that data, or how we can utilize that data. So for that we are having for different data models, we are having relational database such as SQL, or sometimes we use no SQL database as well. So that also define how we can retrieve the data to use that. Now we talk about some of the terminology which we use in customer 360 data model terminology. You can say that these terminology we use in the data model as well, because customer 360 data model is nothing but inlined feature or structure for the data cloud itself. So the some of the terminology such as subject area. So subject area is a business concept or term we use to group the similar data objects which we are using in the data modeling. Suppose we can identify some of the orders as sales order or the engagement data, so like that. So a term which we use for similar data objects is defined as subject area. Then we have data stream. So data stream is nothing but a method using which we are bringing data from different data sources into the data cloud. So that utilizes ingestion method as well. So data stream is the name itself is saying stream, so you just utilize it as a wire or maybe a pipe which is bringing the data from data source to the data cloud. Then the data lake object. Data lake object is the place or a container where the data which we are bringing using the data stream is being stored. Then we are having data model object. So now we are having all the data at one place, but we need to organize the data, or we need to group the data so we can utilize it. So to organize data from the data streams, insights or other sources, we are having data model object, which is also referred as DMOs. It can be standard or it can be custom based on our business need. But the common standard DMOs which we are having is as sales order, party identification, email engagement and others. Now some of the term which we use in the DMO, that is attribute and the foreign key. So attribute is referred as field which might be a specific piece of data. So field you can understand from the custom object or the standard object which we are already having in Salesforce CRM. So suppose a customer's first name, last name, their phone number can be identified as attribute for that particular DMO. And foreign key is a common link which will be found between the data sources that builds the data relationship. Basically a unique key which will identify, okay, that we are having this particular data from this data source to this data model object. So that is the foreign key. Now let's come to the quiz. Our first question is true or false. The customer 360 data model is the standard data model for data cloud. So yes. Second question is, what is a data model object? First option is an identity resolution rule set. No. A demo account. No. Third option is a business concept that groups information by use case. No. And the last option is a grouping of data created from data streams, insights and other sources. So last option should be the correct one. Let's check. And it's correct. Let's move on to the last unit of this module, that is prepare for data cloud. So now we'll talk about the terms which we heavily use in data cloud, such as these are some of the actions which we should do when we are starting with the data cloud or having actions performed there, such as ingest your raw data. So as the statement suggests, that having your data coming into your data cloud from variety of sources. It can be from the first party data, second party or the third party. So first party data is nothing but which we already are having or which we are managing. Second party data, it refers to as someone else's data which our company might be purchasing or maybe lending for some purpose. Then the third party data is collection of data from many other sources. The other action is clean and transform your data. So there could be some of the data which is present in our system or which we are bringing in or which we have brought in already, might not want to use it, or it is some having the old data, so that need to be clean, so that we do not utilize or waste our resource on that. Then map and model your data. So we use a standardized data model that is called data bundles in the customer 360 data model. So we can select a model and match our use cases to create a custom model as well, and we can map the ingested data to identify the relationship between our data using maybe email address or some any other key field. Then we need to identify and unify your customer info. Identify means, so we are bringing in data from multiple sources, right? So we want to identify, and unify means we want to have our customer data in one place, so we can narrow down our data to identify that know who each customer is. Or each customer could be present in our multiple sources at multiple times, so we can just bring bring that data and have a unified customer profile there, to profile using a key. Then we can select our channels. We can select where we want to send our segmented data to be used, maybe marketing cloud engagement, Google or any analytics platform. Then we can segment and activate our audience. We can create flexible audience segments using easy drag and drop tool, which we will work upon later on. And Once we are fine with our segmented audience, we can activate that to use in across the channel. Then we can do the marketing magic, basically do take those segments and delight the customers with the timely marketing experience, and then measure the success using analytics tool. Now the data cloud in action. Now again we will be using some of the use case, that is data unification, which we have already talked about, that is having data at one place using from the multiple data sources using data stream, and that data will be present in data lake object. Then we are having customer identity resolution, which we talked about, that having identify your customer and then create a unified customer profile. So from various system we'll be having a single customer, a single record of a customer. Then audience segmentation, we can build a quick audience segments for marketing campaign, like it could be for sales order, it could be for marketing campaign. We can create segregate, or we can have a separate audience segmentations. Then delivery management, we can control the cross channel spending by streamlining the campaigns. Audience suppression, we can create a suppression audience for marketing and advertising based on the business use case. Consent management, deliver communication based on channel specific consent, like particular channel want to be having particular marketing campaign or particular data. So that's that. And analyze metrics. So then will talk about preparing for data cloud. So obviously while working on the data cloud, we need to identify that who is the project holder, who is making those data decision, that who should be able to see that particular piece of data and who should not. Then we need to identify the data sources and integration as well, that from where the data is supposed to come and how we are establishing the integration between these. Then we need to identify the users, that among or in our data cloud who should or who can access the data. We are having certain permission sets available to us, such as data cloud marketing admin, data cloud marketing data aware specialist, data cloud marketing manager, and the data cloud marketing specialist. So we can assign those permission sets accordingly. We can document all the business requirements and understand the system requirements as well. So that's we have covered, and come full circle is just nothing but the whole everything which we have discussed. So I'll just brief you. Like in data cloud, we are gathering and we are gathering the data at one place by unifying the data across the system. Then we take that data and create audience segmentation that can be activated and used across a variety of channels. And also additionally, we can view the data using various analytics tools to review the performance of our marketing efforts, that if it is a true and effective customer data platform, or the approach we are using or not. Now let's come to the quiz. Our first question is, what data cloud use case helps a company manage channel specific consent? First option is audience suppression, second is audience segmentation, third is delivery management, and the last is consent management. So consent management is related to the channel specific consent. Second question is, what should you do before implementing data cloud? We should identify data sources, correct, define business requirement, correct, get an advanced degree in data science, not applicable. So A and B should be the correct answer, and let's check. So it is correct. So we are done with this module, and in our next video we'll be covering this data cloud for B2C commerce quick look. It should be a short module, so stay tuned for that. And if you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. And if you do like the video, please like it and subscribe the channel. Thank you.